I've heard from the 80s, from the 70s, from the 90s, 2000s. I've heard everybody, from males to females and stuff like that. And it's only a selective few, right, that you listen to. I mean, everybody you listen to on the radio, maybe you'll be like, bow, bow, right? But it's a rare few that you be like, nigga, did you just hear what that was just said? And you want to stop the music. You want to talk to people, and you want to tell, like, did you hear? Because she meant, like they do that with Kendrick right now. And I'm putting you up there like that. But this is you. Go hard or go home.
I got an idea.
Go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home. Both of them.
What's happening? It's Gator.
What's happening, everybody? It's your boy Mamba.
And it's the Gator and Mamba show.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I say that with a lot of motherfucking energy because this is going to be a great motherfucking podcast right now.
Fire?
Because I'm ecstatic.
Fire?
I'm ecstatic. I'm
ecstatic.
Fire. This ain't acting. Nigga, this is real shit.
This is real shit?
Real shit's
Real
about
shit?
to happen
Real
today.
shit?
Real shit's about to
Okay,
happen.
nigga, real
Okay.
shit. Nigga.
Hold it in.
Bring it
Hold it
down,
on.
man.
Hold it in.
Bring it down.
Okay. I don't want to look like one of them. You know, a fan or nothing.
Nigga, you look like a fan. Nigga. You look like a fan, nigga.
It is what it is.
Okay.
Nigga. Okay. So first and foremost, before we start out the show, we check in. How was your weekend, man? What was you up to?
Man, I went to a little all black party this weekend. I told you about it.
Yeah.
You didn't show up, but I told you about it at the caboose.
And nigga always throw shade when he says some
I'm
shit.
throwing shade, you know what I mean? I'm just saying. I told the nigga to come, you didn't come. That was what happened. But yeah. You know, nice little party, you know what I mean? Little grown folks vibe, you know what I mean? Nothing too outrageous. I don't like to go out too much these days. I don't know what it is, man. It could be the generation or whatnot. I don't know. I just don't like to go out much.
You an old nigga.
I don't think that's quite it. Right?
Right now, you're just justifying old nigga status. But go ahead.
Okay, well, let me explain then.
Old nigga. Go ahead.
I'm gonna explain then. So for all the old niggas, see, you get to a point in life, right, where when you walk outside of your house, right, you go have a couple eyes on you. Period. Right. It's just part of the game, right. And if
what do you mean eyes? Is that positive or negative?
Women.
Okay.
I'm just talking about women.
Gotcha.
You know, you gonna have
Yeah.
you know a couple eyes on you. You know what I mean? And what you're doing with them eyes and yourself, i.e., integrity, means everything, right? And so to be worthy of them eyes, you gotta have a sense of status and or calm. I don't mean status. I do apologize.
So you just like your mentality is like fuck the eyeballs because they know they coming. Chest out, head up. This is my status. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. You're not worthy, is what you're saying.
What?
Okay. We won't dig into what's worthy status. We'll go to the next moment.
Okay. Yeah.
So me over my weekend. That's a funny ass conversation, straight up. That is a get your ass in trouble conversation.
You see how they finished nothing? Nothing was completed.
We will never.
This
we
just
will never.
Left.
Stop. Yeah.
Yep.
Next time. All right. So my weekend, I went on a date with my wife, and we did something I've been talking about for a minute. Now, me and my wife, actually, we've done a number of things. Zip line and all this shit. She's a tomboyish kind of whatever. Even one of our first dates was like doing archery and shit. By the way, archery, make sure that you ask for that thing.
You whap the shit out of your You whap the shit out of your RD.
You ask for, hey, can I get a little thing? Because when you go whap, that shit keeps going and you think you cool, but that shit will bruise the shit out your ass. By the way, she whooped my ass with that. She just had way more whatever in archery.
All you gotta do is have that. All you gotta do is keep that arm out like that.
That shit hurt.
Yeah, it does.
So we did that, but we went to axe throwing.
Yeah.
Axe throwing. Shout out to Shango, one of the Orishas.
And he did this in Minnesota?
We did it in Minnesota. So we did it in Minnesota. We went out there, and I tell you, and I shit you not, when we went out, when we first started, he's like, yeah, right? And he told us what it was, how you supposed to stand and shit like that. All that shit was like, bow, and just kept landing, bow, and it was nothing. Then this motherfucker brought out these axes that were a little bit bigger or whatever. I want to call them the beginner axes. To me, I'm like, why the fuck you don't start these people with beginner axes in the first motherfucking place? Because, nigga, after I learned what he said to do, and I did the same thing. That shit was like, shoo, shoo. Even she was like, shoo, every time. So I'm like, first of all, axe throwing places, give people the beginner shit. Not like people know how to throw this shit at all. Like, give people the beginner shit. But I even got my shit on my Instagram and shit like that, where I had I started getting in the groove of it. So I had the small ones plus the big ones. So I had 3 all together. So I was just like, shit, I'm feeling this shit. So I threw my small one, and shit was like, doof, and fell off. It still kind of connected. And then the second one, it didn't connect. But the last one connected. So I got real used to the shit or whatever. Of course, she didn't get used to the shit. But I'm just like, when we go out to shit like this, people ask people, train people how to throw the motherfucking axe with the right axe, not the commercial axe and shit, because everybody's gonna look stupid and people ain't gonna want to do it.
Could you ever have made it with the other axe?
I did. That was my point.
Wait. So you made it with the beginner axe, and you made it with the hard axe.
Yeah. After I learned the movement, because there's a distance.
So what you whining about,
nigga? Are you? See, this is that fuck shit.
I was just asking the question, my man. Jeez.
We're going to have a moment when it comes to these podcasts, and we're going to have to pause and be like, this is a moment of fuck shit. Like, we just... right? We'll play the... what's that one? Do, because it's going to be like, this is a moment of fuck shit. Because he asked me stupid-ass fucking questions when it's obvious a point of learning and whatever. And then I told you I got to the...
So is there... Could there have been a purpose in showing you the ones that you couldn't throw at first, then teaching you how to throw the beginner ones, and then after you learn how to throw the beginner ones, you learn how to throw the ones that you couldn't throw to let you know that they were actually teaching you something?
The purpose was to make people look stupid, first and foremost. That's what the purpose is. Then they come in with the axes to help you, to guide you along. And then they come in with the, hey, try it again, if you choose to do so. Well, luckily, I was able to do so on the original ones, and I was landed shit. So,
you okay?
I'm good. I'm good. I did my shit well.
Okay.
Like if like right there, Quita, right there, I fuck you up with an axe. I'll fuck your ass up. She said she'll duck.
You go attack the guest before the
No, I'm just saying how accurate my shit is.
To talk to her?
No, because I'm a fan, right? I'm a fan.
Well,
but
let's be a fan. Can we introduce her?
I'd be like,
you already said you'll kill her. Now let's let her kill you. Can you get on here and kill this nigga or what? What's happening, man?
All right, so today's episode, we have a homegrown Minneapolis, Twin Cities artist, hip hop artist, who my introduction is my own personal introduction, because her brother was telling me, and I'm sorry, I've been in the music industry, and I'm just like, yeah, okay, is this another nigga who think they peoples know how to do some stuff, right? Honestly, that was my presentation, because most of the time I'm accurate. So I heard it, and just so here's what I do on purpose. Beat can be banging or whatever, but I don't move my neck and shit at all, because I'm just like, I'm just trying. I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers know I'm vibing with it. But in my head, I was like, oh, dude, this nigga spitting some shit, right? And then I just couldn't hold it anymore. I was like, and then I told this, I was like, what did she say? What did she say? I was like, she said da-da-da-da-da. I was like, oh my God. So I'm like, when it comes to hip hop and that old school flavor, not saying she's old school, but in terms of lyricists,
Yeah.
When you hear something beyond the beat, because you're gonna be listening to the beat and that's cool, but when you hear something beyond the beat that just resonates, it's like, hey, hold up. I gotta let everybody hear what the fuck I just heard. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
No, nigga, I ain't hear it.
Yeah.
I was just listening to the beat.
Yeah.
Well, nigga, listen to what she just said.
Yeah.
And that's what the shit I was on.
So mind you, thus this far, I have not had the fortune of hearing this young lady. So
You're a lie. You heard her shit.
That's
why she here, nigga.
No,
Because
no,
first
nigga.
of all, don't let him lie to your ass. First of all, he trying to get a soft surface. This nigga's lying. That's the only reason why she's here. Is because he's heard it. He was like, bink, bink, bink.
Wait.
So okay, nigga, I'm transparent as fuck. Don't listen to this nigga.
Let's be super honest about the situation. The nigga gave me a little snippet. You know what I mean? It was a little snippet on a little phone. That you know what I mean? It wasn't no. I couldn't hear it. You know what I mean?
Did you vibe though? Did you vibe?
Of course I vibe because she got skills. But I'm talking about, can I vibe?
Like, leave me alone. Give me a moment to vibe.
Can I vibe? I'm talking about right now. Goddamn it, can I vibe? What's happening, young
All right,
lady?
so we
you
gonna
coming up?
call to the
Come
stage Quita Lashe. Quita Lashe, correct?
Yes.
All right, good. I'm glad I got that
Yeah.
correct.
What we
Cause
talking about?
God damn it. God damn it. That's some honor in just I want to make sure I say your name and your name correctly because God damn it.
Yes,
Like straight up. It's I want to give so much respect because when I was vibing, what I heard is, you know, I'm an old nigga, first of all, right? And I'm an old nigga being that I've heard from the 80s, from the 70s, from the 90s, 2000s. I've heard everybody from males to females and stuff like that. And it's only a selective few, right, that you listen to. I mean, everybody you listen to on the radio, maybe you'll be like, bow, bow, right? But it's a rare few that you be like, nigga, did you just hear what that was just said? And you want to stop the music. You want to talk to people. And you want to tell, like, did you hear? Because she meant, like they do that with Kendrick right now. And I'm putting you up there like that. They do that with Kendrick. Did you hear what Kendrick said? Yeah,
Hey, my
nigga, I
man,
heard what he
you
said, but
sound
let's line
you
it
sound
out.
like a groupie, man. Slow
Nigga,
it
shut
down.
the fuck
Bring
up.
it down a bit. Just bring it down a bit, right? And let's start with some
I already
questions.
told
maybe.
you I was a fan
I get
before
it.
we all started this shit.
I get
Didn't
it.
I?
I get it. But can we start with a few questions? You know what I mean?
Fine.
Like maybe their
I
first
can't
question.
just admire a
Can-
motherfucker.
can
I
you-
got to start with some
Can
questions.
you give her your famous first question at least?
So, appreciating all who you are and what you have done. You're on this platform, the Gator Mamba Podcast, and I have to ask you one specific question. Where were you when George Floyd was murdered?
I was living in Vegas at the time.
Living?
Yes, I lived in Vegas for like 3 years. And it was crazy because I was seeing what happened in real time. Like I remember when the video first got posted, it literally didn't even have like a 1,000 views. It was like brand new. And I remember I watched it and I just remember the emotions that it brought out of me. I was so angry. I remember I called my dad. I was like, did you see that? Like, and it just spread like wildfire. It was crazy to see everybody on live. Like I literally watched people running in stores, and this is in my old area. Like I'm like, damn, I wish I was there. I would have went in the booty supply. I'm just playing.
I wanted to tear shit up too.
It didn't even feel real. I couldn't believe that the city was, you know, such, and I can understand, you know, from what happened. Like I wish I was there. Like I just felt like, damn, out of all the times I lived in Minnesota my whole life, and finally, like it's time to get in the streets, and I'm in Vegas. Like, damn, me and my brother was like, we gotta go back. We went back. We did. We went back. We marched and everything. I had to go back. It was
That's right.
very important.
You
That's right.
you have a significance in regards to why you came back. So in regards to boots on the ground, you have a significance, meaning someone, something was like, yeah, this is me, this is us, and we here. Can you mention who that is? Not name, but just who that is and why?
You mean like the person that made?
Yes.
Well, Well, that's actually a story I could tell.
Well, tell the story then. Shit.
You don't mind, do you? So, my dad.
First of all, don't ask permission on it. This is our shit. This nigga.
Don't do it like that. Tell your story, Lord. Tell your story.
Fuck.
So my dad is a freedom fighter, and
Respect.
the way that he became a freedom fighter was crazy because my brother, you know, he thought he was some kind of superhero. You feel me? Had no type of protection, no nothing. He just wanted to get outside. And I'm like, look, you got to go out there the right way. You can't just go out there. What you gonna do? Grab somebody? Like, so he went out patrolling.
He gonna catch bullets with his teeth. Catching bullets with his teeth.
Because I told you, you know, when we found out that people was like going on Broadway, like we grew up on Broadway. Like we lived in these chocolate buildings right next to KFC, then it turned into Popeyes. And then it's right by Shiloh. We literally lived on Broadway. So a lot of the stuff we heard about people coming to Broadway, coming over north and was like shooting at people trying to burn down businesses and stuff. So my brother, he had the right intentions. He went down there with some friends, and I just had a weird feeling. So I called him, and everything was cool, and then he just froze. And I'm like, all I hear is gunfire, and he dropped the phone. So, like, I'm freaking out. I don't know if he got shot. I don't know what. I hear the car reversing. I hear people yelling. And I, like, totally freaked out because I'm like, oh, my gosh, like, damn. So I went and I told my dad. And my dad ran out the house, like, instantaneously. And I don't know how my dad found them, but my dad literally found exactly where they was at. Like, pulled up in the alley, lights off, like, pulled up. I'm like, damn, okay, Dad. And so when he went down there, he ran into a lot of other men that was out there. They had like these yellow shirts on. And my dad just kind of, when he found my brother and made sure my brother was safe, he stayed out there with the other men that was out there patrolling neighborhoods. And that's when they first like formed like the group. Like, okay, this is what we gonna be doing from now on. And so that's kind of how it started from my dad going to get my brother and then meeting the men that was out there. And then he became a freedom fighter, and he's done a lot of stuff. Like, you know, they do security and, you know, just try to do stuff to keep the neighborhood safe. And I think that's kind of cool.
So
Respect,
you are
respect.
directly associated with the change that happened in the entire country,
Directly.
right?
Well, I guess so.
So
I didn't think I didn't think about it like that.
So I lead that into, does that transition, because your father, your brother got involved because of a change, because of something. They got involved on purpose because of safety, security, whatever the factor, whatever, and that's in your bloodstream as well. Mm-hmm. And now you're like artistically doing something to me in that same capacity, right? You're like, a change got to come and it's got to happen some way, and you're kind of doing that. Is that somewhat similar or at all related to your transition from wherever you was into hip-hop and rapping?
Well, I had already been doing music I've been doing music since I was 21. I am still 21. No, I'm just
We really need to know your age, but okay.
But I don't mind. I'm 29 now. I've been rapping for a long time.
Okay.
And when all of that happened, it just, because I believe in being versatile, so I started out doing poetry. So I always talked about how I felt. So I just had this deep urge to just like talk about what was going on at that time, you know. So I just thought it'd be good to use my talent to talk about, you know, the injustice at that time. So, you know, I did start, you know, I made a few songs just kind of talking about how I was feeling at the time. It was just like the energy was just crazy. And I'm just like, I feel like that's something that I could contribute to what was going on, and people could feel what I'm saying. And it was poetic, but, you know, I was saying some heavy stuff, you know. It just inspired me, you know, to keep writing and, let me know that I can talk about everything. I could make club bangers. I could make songs about my life. I could make songs about injustice. Like, I don't have to just be in a box. I can be a versatile artist. That's why I like being an artist.
So that's where your passion has come from, would you say?
Yeah. My passion, it definitely stemmed from, I was always a writer. Like, even when I was young, I used to write poems. Or, you had your little boyfriend in, like, middle school hurt your feelings. You write your little poems.
Who did it? What's his name? What's his name? MIB will find him.
And then I got into high school and I started writing. I actually made one of my teachers cry reading my poems. And they posted it like on the little news board. And I just, I felt like a little celebrity in school. I was like Sister Soldier.
That's a great reference, actually.
But I never wanted to be a rapper. I didn't think that was like, and I heard so many rappers say that they started out writing poetry, but I didn't think that applied to me because I wasn't trying to be a rapper. So I'm like, I do poetry, but then it just kind of transitioned into rap music. It's crazy how that happened.
Do you know what rap means historically? RAP? Rhythm and poetry.
Oh, I think I did know that.
That's the origination of the terminology rap.
I got it.
Don't ask me hip hop. I forgot right
I have
now.
a
But
question.
I do know rap is rhythm and poetry.
I need to know, how long do you think rap would be alone? Like, it's a debate of the history of rap or hip hop, excuse me. If hip hop is going out or fading out, is that something you believe?
No, I don't think hip hop is fading out at all. I think it's just evolving. It's changing with the times. I do miss like the old stuff, but I think we're always gonna have some type of, even if you think way, way, way out in the future when we gone, I still think it'll be some variation of rap. It's just, it's in our DNA. Like that's just who we are. Like I think now it's a big trend, and I feel like a lot of people are doing it they're literally just doing it because of a trend. A lot of people aren't good.
Yes,
At all, but the people that really are and that's really pushing, I think that's just, because music lives on forever. It's a lot of people that's gone now that we still listen to, and I think it's gonna be like that forever. I don't think it's gonna fade out at all.
Well, it has taken on this sort of gang bang mentality and or me against you, and is spill in the public, and then there's drama and or because somebody said something or didn't say something on the song that affected you, and now you believe you got to talk about them or be mad at them. And so when do we get so sensitive?
This generation is sensitive. I think my generation is sensitive. I don't know.
She said it. We did not.
I don't know when it started, but like, I swear I wish I could pinpoint when everything just got so sensitive. Because even I'll be watching movies and I'm like, they would have got banned if they made that movie in this day and age. Like, they would have got canceled a long time ago. I feel like our generation, because we were the generation that, we was like, we were very liberated, more liberated than the generation before us, more fluid, more able to do what we wanted to do. And that just created so many different, little categories, and people like, oh, no, I don't like that. People are really able to decide who they want to be now. Not saying they couldn't back in the day, but a lot of stuff was taboo that's not now. There's just a lot of people, I don't know. When we're liberated, but we also very opinionated and very sensitive.
I will personally take responsibility as being one of the individuals who influence younger folks to say that you aren't who you are just willy-nilly. You were taught to be who you are. And that is intrinsic with the previous generation and so on and so forth. We were influenced by the baby boomers and so on and so forth. We didn't, baby boomers is like, work, go, don't ask questions, right? And we're like, we'll work, we'll go, but what the fuck is this? Right?
No, for real.
And that trickled down to even where my 7-year-old, when I say do such and such and such and such, and he'll be like, but why? Right? My generation, we didn't ask why. Like we couldn't ask why. Right? So it's just a generational thing, personally. But I want to kind of pinpoint you in terms of hip hop and the change and the direction and where you are, specifically with you here on the radio. You're a younger person. I'm an older person. Of course, I don't listen as much as shit that y'all listen to. But I know when I heard you, I was like, ah. But so I listen to a lot of on repeat, and I've been in the music industry, so I know the music industry puts sexuality, violence, and things like that because it is what it is, and that's where they get their bread. Mm-hmm. You hear that, and you still push out the ability to transition from I can go club, but is it you would prefer to just be and flow about what's popping?
So for me, when I first came out, I was doing old school stuff. I have an old soul. I feel like I'm like 40, but I'm only 29. My first 2 mixtapes were called Oldies But Goodies. It was all old school songs that I remixed. My favorite rapper is Biggie, so he inspired me a lot, actually. And that's what really like drove it in the beginning. It was super exciting. It was actually hard to transition into like the present, like the trends that's going on. I used to be like, I felt like I'm like, no, this ain't.
You're not saying enough. They're not doing enough.
I feel like if I didn't have enough metaphors and stuff that it was whack. I used to tell my brother like, this is whack. He like, bro, no, it's not. I'm telling you. I'm like, bro, I don't like this. I feel like I was here already. I feel like I don't know.
Soul.
I got an old soul.
Yeah.
And so I always, with music I make, because, I grew up in the hood, so I definitely went through a really hood phase. And the older I got, I wanted to not cuss as much. I still cuss, I ain't gonna lie. But I wanted to I didn't want to be so hood, the stuff I was talking about. I kind of wanted to change and show people that I can really talk about some stuff.
Diversify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, but I always talked about what I wanted to talk about. I've never talked sexual. It made me feel weird. I just wasn't like that. I grew up around my brother, all men around, like my cousins, uncles, brothers. I was always like the only girl, and it was like a group of dudes. And so I feel like I always call myself a tom girl because I was always still girly dressing and looking. But
lady.
I didn't really act like a girl. I played football, climb trees, and fight boys and stuff. But I have a pink outfit on while,
So anybody out there got your ass whooped by somebody wearing pink?
I think somebody over there looking.
Don't you ever come to our chat to
That's Big Brother over there.
Because we gonna call you out. You got your ass whooped while she was wearing pink.
But I just wanted to kind of change the narrative because all the rappers are just talking so freaky, and it just made me cringe. Like the first people that hear my song when I record it is my dad, my brother. I can't be talking like that, especially the type of dad I got.
Okay.
He one of them old heads that like is serious about hip hop. He said, "Can I say the N-word?"
Yeah, you can say
He said niggas used to get beat up if they spit a whack rap back in the day. Niggas would get like beat up, and I'm like, it was that deep for y'all.
It was, yeah.
You know how many niggas would be getting beat up now?
Jeez.
That's why everybody didn't rap. Everybody didn't rap back in the day.
Everybody wouldn't have no deal. That's
like
what
you
show.
Like you be at the table, boom, boom. Don't bring your ass over here and
that
act
nigga
like
Kodak
you
Black
can't.
and be
Like,
out of a job.
what this nigga say? Yeah, get his ass out here.
So I was always mindful about what I said, and the older I got, the more just mature I became rapping. I talk about what I want to. Sometimes when I do remixes with people, my brother be like, remember, to stay on topic. I'll be like, fuck that. I'm talking about what I want to say.
Right.
I don't give a fuck what they talking about. I'm going to say what I'm going to say.
I'm going to fly this bitch, right?
And they going to like it, and They always like it. I've never had to do a revision, so I'm gonna keep doing that.
I got a question for you. Yeah, you have an interesting story. You have a purpose that God told you. What happened?
My purpose, so I was probably 18, 19, and I just remember I was begging for a purpose. I just felt at that moment in my life, I just felt like why am I here? And I really didn't know. You know, I was struggling in school. It was just a lot going on, and I just felt like worthless at the time. And I was just, that's when we grew up in church, so I went to Shiloh. And so I was just begging, you know, and praying for my purpose. I really wanted to know what I was supposed to be doing because I needed a direction to go into. Because I felt like I was going down the wrong path at that point in my life. And he was like, you know, basically you already have it in you, you know, as a writer. But the first rap I ever made, it was like I heard like a voice that was like, that's it. It was just crazy how I'm like, wow, it's for real.
Right.
When I found out I could rap, it was like a surprise to me. It literally was a surprise to me.
But you was already doing poetry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a surprise. One day my homegirl was like, you should make a rap. My homeboy, rest in peace, Raekwon, we was in school with each other, and he used to rap to me, and he used to read my poems, but he would rap my poems to me.
Back to you. Okay.
He like, this sound like a rap, bro. He like, you a rapper. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm like, I don't want to be no rapper. Then one day I was at my homegirl house, and we was just chilling, and I was like, I'm finna try to write a rap just for fun. And it was to Lil Wayne. He had just dropped that mixtape. It was called Selsun Blue. And I wrote to it, and I rapped to my homegirl. She was like, hold up. We finna make it out the hood with this one.
She said, cha-ching.
That's right.
It was a crazy, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, damn, I could rap for real. This is crazy. And I was scared to tell, like, I wanted to show them just like the bros, like, you know, we just smoking and chilling. I just wanted to be the entertainment for the session. So, but nobody wanted to hear me. Like, they like, Quita, girl, you know, everybody was blowing me off. So I'm like, damn, it's like that. And I finally got to rap to them, and everybody's mouth was on the floor. Like, everybody. And I didn't want to tell. He was the last person to know. I'm like, don't tell my brother, because I grew up, my brother was already an artist. I used to be at all his shows. I'd be front and center. He'd have shows where it was a bunch of people. He did have shows when it was 3 people, and I'm in the front like, go, brother, go, brother. Yeah. So I'm like, to me, my brother was already a superstar to me. So I'm like, I ain't finna go tell Jay-Z I could rap. He ain't finna call me whack. We was very blunt. My dad, we don't play. If you whack, we gonna tell you.
Right.
So same. So that's why this motherfucker is here right now.
Right.
On my mama.
So I rapped to him, and he was like, bro, yep, you about to be a star. I'm like, a who? A star? Oh no, you're playing. Like, I'm not finna be no star. I'm not finna be. But we really started rapping. Within like a month later, I was at my very first show, and it was packed out. I'm like, this is the purpose. I've never did nothing in life that came that easy. That's how I knew that it was. It's my purpose.
Meant to be.
Yeah, seriously.
What? So, although we've been chosen for a purpose, and we can see it, but life is life. Life be happening. Life be lifing.
Yeah,
right?
Real bad.
What helps you to excuse me? What helps you to really stay on top with ego? Because ego can be negative or positive, and to me, your ego can be the thing that feeds and be like, I am that shit. I am on top. You know, the I ams, I am somebody, I am whatever. What are you doing, and what are you doing internally? What have you done internally that pressures you towards? Nah, I see the end goal, so I'm still sticking and staying.
I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be transparent. I struggle with that a lot.
Okay.
It's not easy for me at all. And I try not to listen. Sometimes, if I'm being honest, sometimes I can be pessimistic, like just like, no, this ain't gonna work. Like, let me make sure I got a good job, make sure I got some bread on the side, just in case this shit don't work. I gotta have a job, a car, a crib. Like I can't just be left with nothing after it's all said and done. But I try to, I always tell myself to keep going because, like I said, nothing has ever came this easy for me. I write for people, and for me, it's definitely it keeps me in the mind frame. Like people think you're so dope that they are literally paying you to write songs for them. This is not this is what you're supposed to be doing. It's just so hard sometimes, because I wish I could tell new rappers, people that come out, they be buzzing, for a couple months and they don't realize like this is really a marathon. It's gonna be times where you really game. Buzzing, you doing shows, you getting paid, you getting placements, and then it's gonna be dry, nothing. And you gotta still somehow keep that motivation and drive. And when the dry spells come, sometimes it is hard for me. I'll be like, you know what? Did I hit my peak? It's probably over with. I should probably figure out something else. But then it's always like, no, you gotta keep going. And it's this nigga, you gotta keep going. People around me to push me because it is hard for me because I do feel like I am getting to a certain age where it's like, okay, what we doing? I'm an auntie now, but I love music so much. I don't want to stop. So that always is the deciding factor. I'm like, no, I'm gonna keep going. My goal, I don't really know what I don't know what the goal is. I want to be successful. I don't really care about being famous or nothing like that. I just want to be successful in my own right. I want to be successful and I want to be able to help other people. Like if I'm doing something in music, I think I'll be satisfied. So yeah, that is, I don't really got an ego. Like I'm not one of those super arrogant or cocky people. I'm very humble. I didn't talk to people. They didn't even know I did music. They end up hitting me back like, I just seen a video of you. I'm like, oh yeah, I rap sometimes.
Yeah, I do that too.
My side gig.
It's nothing.
Yeah, I just be real shy, so I don't really like all that attention, So that is a struggle for me. I ain't gonna lie.
Well, I know for a fact you have an incredible amount of skills lyrically, just the way that you place things and how you say things. And I know of, and this is just me speaking out loud, the few artists that I on purpose follow because I've whether Instagram or TikTok or whatever, I heard just a bit of their song or whatever, a little snippet or whatever, and they've been able to capitalize on that. And now I'm a fan. So you ain't got to be this mainstream or whatever, but people who believe in the real word, if you will, you know what I'm saying? Church aspect, the real word, right? Whatever that looks like. Speaking positivity, speaking excellence, and so on and so forth. People like you are doing that, but the mainstream is overshadowing that. But I found a person even like, and I'm the reason why I say social media and I follow this person. This person's name is Kennedy Ryan. Kennedy Ryan. I'm like, who is this? And then heard a small little snippet or whatever, and it was that. And I'm just saying that I think there's a lot of people like myself who believes in real music that is supposed to vibrate and do what it's supposed to do and not just entertain. Yeah. When you came out, oh, she's raw, but it was what you said and how you were saying it that got into my mental complexity, right? It was like, man, she making me think. Shit don't make you think nowadays, right? Shit, and she's like, A plus B equals C. And they got a good beat on it. You know what I'm saying?
Like that beat smacked them.
Yeah, see, and you don't advertise them motherfuckers. They like, beat smack, it's great though. Hey, nigga, so was Sesame Street, goddammit. But when you transition from thought process to thinking bigger and doing bigger things, we need something else. And we just need more of those people who are doing something else. And really, it's almost like some of them pastors, I know he gonna disagree, but some of them pastors or whatever that speak the speak, right? It ain't straight just Bible. It's like, this is my experience. This is a little bit of the Bible. This is what it is. But I think a lot more people nowadays need to be educated and informed that, first of all, you ain't alone. That shit's fucking weird, and we're all trying to figure it out. But a lot of this music is like, nah, just chill with being stupid. Stupid is cool. Or not knowing or ignorance is cool.
Wait. Do they is the industry being
bastardized? Yeah. It always has been. It always has been.
So then there's an agenda. So when you get out, you got to follow this agenda in order to be successful. Are you willing to sell your soul for your business?
That's the same reason why I was saying in terms of the music industry. The music industry, when it comes to, and I say Kennedy Ryan, she did it on the social media platform to say, this is what I have to offer. And you choose to follow or not. Right? That's what I think more real artists should be doing instead of saying, hey, big label, I'm somebody, but the big label is gonna be like, hey, you mind if you bend over and we stick this in your ass a little bit? I mean, you don't mind, do you? It's just a little.
Mind.
Right?
Can I ask a question?
Again, cut that shit out. Let's go into. I want to hear her perform. Quita Lashe, represent, yo. But this is you. Go hard or go home.
I got an idea.
Go hard or go home.
Go hard or go home. Both of them. Nigga slayer, paper chaser, want a cake, I'm not a baker, money maker, gotta make it, got a chance, I'm here to take it, delegating, bitches hating, switch it up just like the cadence, won't even let them smell the pussy, niggas broken basic. You won't get $1 out of me, ho bitch, I bet it like casino, I ain't worried about no Dino. Head honcho, swift fist like Camacho, put money on that nigga head like it's narcos, he spent his cheese on me, that nigga nachos, you want beef, all sweet, I'm making tacos, say the bullshit, but here's my ass for you to kiss it, ho, want me to feel bad for you, tryna play the victim role, centerfold, keep my legs closed, you bitches been a hoe, gotta have more to offer than the pussy in the throat, I can smell bullshit, but niggas can't cause they do coke, only time I choke is if I hit the blunt and it's some dope.
God damn!
Oh!
That's all I got.
Yeah, oh my mama. Represent.
Hey.
MIB.
Hey, goddamn.
OOI.
Hey.
Still can't breathe.
That's right.
All day. Quita Lashe. Y'all better recognize what the fuck we on.
You heard how to get to her. Tell them again. One more time. How they get to
Quita
you.
Slay. So you could find me on IG, TikTok, Facebook, Big Boss Quita, Quita, Big Boss Quita.
And you can find us, GatorMamba.com. That's www.GatorMamba.com. You can find us on YouTube too, Gator Mamba. But don't just sit there and act like you don't know what the fuck is going on. Like, subscribe, and get a part of what we got going on.
The culture.
The culture. Holla at your boy.